Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing the Roblox game Haunt. If you have never been here before, the way the review works is first we will go over the cons, then the pros, and lastly what my rating is out of 10 and whether you should play this game with your friends. With all this being said, let's get into the review. The only thing that I have to say that can be considered a con is that only 4 players can be in a game at once, which limits the amount of friends that you can play with this unless you are willing to play it more than once. I also feel like a game like this needs more entities. The biggest threat throughout the whole run was the Raven, but I feel like it needed another threat to keep in the back of your mind as you progress the levels, instead of only having to think of Raven and occasionally the rat, which is just a minor threat. When you see your screen go black and white or the lights flicker, then you know to get underneath the desk, and that was the only thing you had to really do when you're just casually going through the different rooms. The other entities were all the bosses as mentioned before, but they were not really a constant threat. The repeated dialogue was also a little repetitive, like how every time the Raven passed, at least once per run, the character would go, "What was that? A bird? No, a raven. Are there more entities down here?" They would also re-say this dialogue over and over again, and it was just like a coin toss of which dialogue you were gonna get. That was not the only moment though I felt like a little lost. At the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there was a part similar where it said complete the ritual, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Like, sure, it told me what I was supposed to do, but not how I was supposed to get it done. And I wish the game could be a little more clear since, you know, I've never gotten that far before. With all that being said though, now we're gonna move on to the pros, and I have a lot to say about this, which is good if you're a big fan of game Doors. This game is basically a complete upgrade of Doors. The map design is very well done, with it actually feeling like you're going through a cave system, and even though some areas are repeating, it does not feel that way. The game has personality, and I really appreciate that feature. Throughout the different areas you'll see crystals, you'll see houses, towns, you'll just see random things, and it makes it feel good to play through. You'll go downstairs, you'll go upstairs, you'll just see random generation, and it's just fun to see different in every single run you do. While this game is lacking entities, I think the character designs are amazing, and all of them have life to them. Like, if you look at Raven, when you first see it, you're like, what is that? And then especially when you see everything go black and white and you see them in the shadows, it was an amazing experience for me. And then seeing the skeleton, and even though it's a little skeleton, it has some little life to it. The eye, Hime himself.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all.
The rats, everything just had some life to it, and I really enjoyed that, having work put into this game. With how this game does its minigames is also a fresh take. While not being too difficult to understand, you are also not forced to play these minigames, and instead they happen as a result on a mistake on the player's part. Like, if the skeleton sees you and you go to a hiding spot, then you must memorize some symbols in order to avoid detection, or you will be caught. But that doesn't happen every single time, and only happens on your mistake.
Still here. Just to suffer.
The boss segments are also very interesting. Even though you might die a couple of times to understand them, they certainly are not just a run from a character who is big and scary, and instead require some thought in order to solve the riddle. I think the game also does a great job using previous Roblox games and merging it into a crazy concept like please donate sections where you can actually use player items by using Robux at shops set up. I've personally never seen a game do that before, and I think it's great that can help people raise Robux. Overall, while people might say this is a copy of Doors, I would have to say it's the upgrade to it. In my opinion, I would rank this game 9 out of 10, and I would recommend it to anyone who likes the game Doors. It is enjoyable to play with friends and actually has some replayability for people trying to earn Robux. So I encourage anyone here watching to just give it a shot and just try and tell me what you guys think in the comments. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing. It would help a lot. With that all being said, goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.